So Dan doesn't want to get seen with me. Tell him why, Dan.
Stanley, I don't even want to be on this camera because you're not supposed to be here. You're banned, dude. You're banned. Stanley is trouble. He should not be at this show. So you guys, he's doing it for you. I'm telling you. I'm probably going to be in trouble now because I'm going to get questioned and be like, how did Stanley get in?
Yeah, I know.
They're going to ask me questions.
So yes, Clark Kent, Superman. Hey, hold this real quick. I'm even gonna do this. Now I'm really undercover. Tell them why. There was inklings that the show people didn't want me here after I got in a
because
fight.
Stanley busted in last time and doxed somebody.
And docked means what?
Doxed.
D-O-X. What does that mean?
Doxed. It just means you called somebody out.
So
like they weren't expecting it.
I
But now
called
you're
out.
best friends with him.
I called out Don from Flow Trailers. And the first time I ever met him, he walked up and goes, "Hey, who are you? How much do you get paid?" Because he thought I was a video company making videos, you know, that you would pay somebody to make. And that wasn't it at all. The case was I was just a YouTuber. Well, hey, we just got off on the wrong foot. I called him out on it. Now we're friends. Okay? In fact, Don was the one that got me into the show this year. All right, you guys, we are in the Flow booth. And guys, this is Don. Don, how are you?
Dan, how you doing?
Good to see you again, Don.
Yeah,
I
you
want to
too.
actually introduce you to my buddy Dan.
Dan.
Hey, how you
Dan
doing?
is from
Dan,
Tools
nice to
in
meet you.
Action. Dan and I were talking about that you don't know, Don. Dan has a different trailer, and he was going down the road, and his actual side
My
ramp.
side ramp. So like I don't like it. Like when I first bought my trailer, they showed me that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's awesome. I'm like, that's great. You know, you can side load. But then I lost the ramp twice. Well, one time it almost came out. The second time it flew out.
We're seeing that a lot of these trailers are getting this side load ramp on it. And one of the things we noticed when we were coming out with this new UT liner, we were engineering it a few years ago, was most of them, they go down the road, they rattle, and they're irritating for both the driver and everybody else you drive by.
Yep.
So, I mean, little things that we do at Flow to try to solve problems. We just put these expanders in there. It's almost like a big bolt plug.
See, if I had that on mine, they would have stayed
It won't fall out.
Yeah, look at this.
For the support, we do have galvanized axles. Most of our competitors have a powder coat painted axle.
Oh,
and just like you said
is
on the
that
lot, they're already
standard, Don?
rusty. Yeah, their galvanized axles are standard. You're usually getting on and off the side of your trailer when you have a side-by-side. So this step, and a lot of them either don't have one or you spend a lot of extra money. They're just standard.
All right, guys. We have not mentioned my favorite Flow trailer story of all time. Don, tell me this story. What happened?
One of our customers that had a Cargo Max, they had owned it for a few years. They had a tornado. It was in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Lots of damage out at their farm. Blew a big popple tree, kind of kitty corner across their Cargo Max. Squashed the corner down flat. It was pretty crushed.
Flatten this out, okay.
One of the things they did is they said your trailer's a loss, full loss. So, you know.
They totaled the trailer. The
totaled the
insurance
trailer.
guy totaled it out.
Yep.
Okay.
So then our customer went on to tell us that after that they got their chainsaw out and they cut the tree off it because they were cleaning up and just left it and came out a day or two later and they saw that the trailer, the memory of the polyethylene came back to where it was before the tree ever fell on it. You couldn't even tell that a tree did fall on it. We didn't know that would happen for sure. We'd never tested that before. But they sent us pictures and a video. We actually have it on our website. You can see the, I guess, the testimonial, whatever you want to call it, from this customer. So
That is crazy.
Yeah.
It just popped back to life on their own. They did nothing else but just take the tree off and let it sit in the sun.
yeah.
That was it.
This polyethylene is some incredible material. It's durable as...
It's never gonna rust. It's never gonna rot.
We've had this line out for about 15 years now. The first few years, we spent talking about durability with everybody because people saw plastic over this.
Yeah.
You know, it's a polymer. But I can count on one hand over all those years, even a crack I've seen in one. It's just, I mean, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, and we drove a 22,000 pound forklift over one, and it bounced right back to life with no problem. I mean, multiple times. So if you guys go and you'll check it out.
I was a little nervous when you did that, but yeah, it worked out.
Imagine that. All right, Don. Thanks for having me out. Thank you
Good
so
to
much.
see you guys.
Go check out Flow Trailers for sure. And we are going to keep checking out more trailers at this show, but a big thanks goes out to Don. Thank you very much for having me out, Don.
And then when you're done with it, this is a perfectly balanced trailer. That's it. That's how easy it is. There are 2 locks.
There you go. That's how you lock her out.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. I don't think these guys were ready for me. Corey, how you doing?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Corey and Bill.
Bill.
And then in the back we've got Wes.
Yep.
And these guys build trailer axles, but get a load of this. Go ahead, say it, Corey. Say it.
We have a 1-week lead time and a 48-hour rush option. 1 week lead time. Say it again.
That does not happen. I mean, we're talking about
Unheard
2,
of.
3, 4, 5 months. How do you pull that off?
Well, we have a skilled team, great staff, a very efficient team in the back that manufactures our axles for us. Bill, he works a lot of magic back there. He gets the orders out there and makes things happen.
So you guys build your own
Trailer axles, absolutely, from the ground up. You know, from the raw tube, cutting the pipe, spindle welding. You know, building the axles out. You know, greasing, pressing the drums. Torsions. We're slugging the torsion arms. You know, freezing the rubber, putting them in there. And we're banging them out and getting them out the door.
How do guys find you?
Well, you can look us up at hsiduratech.com, or you can call me. Here's my card. My name's Corey Rice. There's our office number, my cell phone number, my email address.
Don't call you at midnight?
Hey, if you need an axle, you can call me at midnight.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Very good. Thank you, Corey.
Thank you for your time.
Much appreciated.
Yes, sir.
That is unheard of in nowadays. Have a good one, you guys. I'm going to jump in here because we are going to be looking at some world's first one-of-a-kind trailers that I've never seen before. And today's program is brought to you by our friends from Jobber. Jobber is a huge supporter of this channel. And Jobber is a software program that I specifically use inside of our own company. It helps me manage my day-to-day operations, improve my bottom end line profitability, schedule my crews, invoice directly from the field right off from my phone. My entire crew is now using it. You guys, it's simple, fast, and intuitive. Jobber is just a great overall program for guys that don't need to dive in too deep, but want to start to dunk their toe in the water of understanding how a software program works, because it doesn't have to bust your budget. You don't have to have a big, giant, exorbitant bill starting right out when maybe you just need a few separate little functions. Jobber's tailor-made to help the small business guy grow into a large business. Okay, so he didn't lead with the most interesting fact ever. And what is that?
So at Airtow, we do have a trailer. It's a drop deck and dump trailer. It's the only one in the world that'll do both. So it'll haul 10,000 pounds payload and dump 8,000 pounds.
And it's right here.
Yeah, it has a dual acting tailgate.
Yeah, I wouldn't lead with that either.
So you want me to raise it so you can get the cycles of it?
Yeah. Let's do it. Now, can you bring her all the way down to the ground, right? Drop her right down so we can see that. All the way flat as a pancake. And there she is, all the way on the ground. And this is done because it has a very unique A-frame suspension system right there. That is the axle. There is no central axle that runs through the bed. This is the axle. That's amazing. Here you go.
So in this A-frame axle, what's so great about this axle is you can get the proper toe and camber on that tire. All it takes is shimming behind there, and you can get that tire exactly where it needs to be. It sits up top here on a Timbren rubber suspension. So the Timbren block sits there, it's progressive rating. The harder you push against it, the harder it'll push back. And then you have a spindle that runs through here, and inside of there's Timken bearings, and it's completely weather sealed, and it just pivots back and forth, and that's why you're going to get such a long life out of that axle, is because usually bearings are used to that full 360-degree rotation. This one's just a slight back and forth on those bearings.
All right, and that is standard on Airflow.
Yep, that is standard on all air tow trailers.
Airtow.com. See how my disguise is doing.
Morning.
Good morning.
How's it going today?
Good.
Stand man.
You can tell who it was?
He's undercover.
I'm in stealth mode, you guys. Come on. How you doing? Hey, so what did you bring this time?
Well, this is a hydraulic drop deck, our single axle version. We have a tandem axle as well.
Okay, so if you guys aren't familiar, Craig, will you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Craig with the Ants Trailers, Davis Village Solutions. We're the manufacturers of Stanley's nice trailer.
And guys, this is Craig, this is Dan from Tools in Action.
Nice to meet you. Nice to
Oh
meet you.
yeah, I've seen
And I actually met these guys
Nice to meet
last
you.
year when I picked up my Ant trailer, and I will tell you guys, I don't usually like to say this, but one of my two favorite trailers of all time. So I don't like to give my opinion on stuff. I like these guys to form their opinion. It tows so sweet. It's just so nice.
It really
So the Ant trailer actually has a conveyor belt, and then this year I'm going to hopefully be testing that out in some really freezing, slopping, wet conditions.
Yeah.
It'll be my first season. Mine's galvanized, but show me this galvanized drop deck, will you?
Yeah, so very simple system. It's got the easy latch, could be changed out to pintle.
And I do have that, and I will say that it is easy. That is probably the nicest hitch system I've ever seen.
So yeah, you simply turn it on, and then you're good to go. It's got some LED lights, winch mount on the front, storage on the other side, and just a simple push of a button. It's got a 3-degree load angle and 9 degrees right on the end of the ramp.
Okay.
So you can really get some low profile machines. You don't even have to rest it on the safety block. You just want to put it level to the road, or I usually look at the back of the wheel well there, just you can kind of tell from those bolts that's leveled out. But
Okay.
so yeah, to go back down, you just raise up this block.
That's crazy.
All right, that is by Ants Trailers. All right, let's keep going, you guys. Okay, and your name is?
MJ Brennan.
Nice to meet you, MJ. My name is Stan Genetic. And you said this was in your head for 20-some years.
Correct.
Can you explain to me what we're looking at, MJ?
We're looking at the safest tow hitch ever designed.
Okay.
If the trailer flips over, it will not turn over the tow vehicle. This is a small model. This is the way it goes. This way, the trailer turns over, does not turn over the tow vehicle. When you disconnect from your trailer, nobody can steal your trailer because this is on there. They have to have the same hitch to steal your trailer.
So how does it connect?
Yes.
Right here,
Explain
one pin.
this to me.
One pin system. You pull the pin out, you're disconnected. Put the pin back in. This is what that handle's for, so you don't get your fingers in there.
And what are you doing here at this exhibit? Are you looking for someone to help you put this into production, or I don't understand.
No, I'm here. I'm 82 years old. I've had 5 companies that I paid a lot of money with. I want to take and sell my patents.
You want to sell your patent for this hitch system? Okay. So there you go. Here it is.
And it's all bronze oil light bearings. That's why this is cut out, so you see how if the hitch never wears out, you just replace the bearings, it gets sloppy.
And if guys wanted to find you, they would go to jjsafetyhitch.com, and you're open to selling your patent.
Correct. I have the United States patent and the international patent.
There you go. Thank you. All paid for and in your possession. Thank you, MJ. Much appreciated. Well, that's it for today's video, you guys, but that's not it for the trailer show. We've got a lot more footage from that show coming down the pipeline, so if you guys enjoy trailers and discovering the latest and greatest, the newest stuff that the trailer manufacturers have coming out, make sure you hit that subscribe button and check back often, because I'm going to be releasing a whole bunch of different videos specifically from this show. But that's it for today. God bless. Go get them, you guys, and we will see you on the next one.